Yo, what's up? It's your boy Roger Cook, aka DJ Cook 'em Up, and welcome to another edition of Louisiana Unleashed. Today we got Xavie from Baton Rouge, an R&B artist. We're gonna talk to Xavie. We're gonna get up in your business, all right?
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing?
How you doing? What type of music you performing? What type of music you doing?
Well, I've been told that it's pop, R&B, hip hop, but I consider this urban soul because it's a touch of everything: blues, R&B, soul.
Okay. And how long you've been actually performing and recording?
I've been performing maybe like 7, 8 years, and I've been recording for like about 10 years.
Wow, you got a lot of experience in the studio then.
Yeah, I got a lot of experience in the studio.
Do you produce your own music, or you?
I usually work with a lot of different producers. If I run into somebody and they send me a track that I like, then I'll try to write to it and stuff. But I write my own lyrics, song lyrics and stuff like that.
Okay. What about your music? You produce, you record. I'm not record, but you produce your own music, or you buy tracks from people. Or?
I usually get tracks from producers because they always hit me up. Oh, I got this track for you, this and that, and I check it out. If I like it and I can vibe to it, then that's how I go about. I don't really make my own track.
Okay, so the music business. I mean, you do the behind the scenes stuff. How do you feel about that? And because a lot of people say it's cutthroat and it's a killer business.
Well, it is, but you have to learn. You have to really research and learn what you're getting into before you step into the music business and stuff like that. And I think that it's a lot of artists that want to do it, but it's when it comes with the work of doing it, it's not as easy as it looks.
Okay.
So I like being behind the scenes, though. Behind the scenes, that's where majority of the money comes from, being behind the scenes.
So, in saying that, if you had some advice for an up-and-coming artist, what would that advice be? An artist that's trying to get in the studio and record, what advice would you
That
give
is
them?
thrown in my face on a daily basis. Usually, I try to tell the young artists or the artists that's trying to get in the industry, you got to study your craft and learn your craft, and you also got to know what you're getting into and research it so you'll be more knowledgeable. Because people they'll try to take you for weakness out here. So it's best to just learn what you're getting into and know what kind of artist you want to be, and knowing that what you need to do for is like to make it in this business.
Okay, and in saying that, as far as management, booking agents, have you ever dealt with them type people?
I'm currently dealing with a booking agency now. I deal with booking agency, but I don't really have a manager just yet because I feel like it's really no need yet for me to have a manager. I'm not I'm not on the top of the charts yet,
Right.
which I plan to be, but I feel like when that time comes, then we'll cross that path. But right now, it's just me and my agent. I deal with them for certain events.
Okay, now your music. Let's talk about your music. What type of music you do? How do you feel about it?
I don't like being categorized into a type of music because I'm the type of artist that if I wake up tomorrow and I want to make a country song, I'm gonna make a country song. I'll do a pop song today. I'll do blues tomorrow, zydeco. So I don't really like putting myself in a box. But if I may, I would say maybe urban soul because I do a cross between pop, R&B, and gospel and all that. So it's urban soul.
Nowadays you deal with a lot of artists that don't want to put themselves in a box because it's so many different types of music that you experience. So a lot of artists don't like to be put like I'm an R&B artist. That's I hear that a lot.
Because a lot of artists I can't really speak for other artists, but I know me personally, I'm versatile. I mean, I'm not just gonna put myself in a box and say I'm an R&B singer. Then if I come out with a gospel song next week, you're gonna be like, "What you doing?" So I usually just say urban soul, or I'm all around because I feel like I'm just not no one title artist.
Right. So you can do all types of music. You do any Southern soul?
I have on my second album, Live, Love, Learn was basically Southern soul music.
Yeah. So when you record, you go in there with an idea of just the type of album I want to do, or you say I'm gonna mix it up with different types of music, or you just record
It's just
one way.
I just go with the flow. You know, if the vibe is there with the song when I'm listening to beats or listening to songs, or sometimes my writing skills there. You know what? Sometimes I just wake up out of my sleep and a melody come in my head, and I have to put it on paper, and it leads me to the idea of what I need to do. You know, so I can't really just say. I don't just plan like, okay, I'm gonna do an R&B album. I'm gonna do a southern soul album. It's just I just go with the flow of how I feel.
Okay. Now we talked about uh, advice for up and coming artists and all that. What would your advice be to up and coming artists getting in the studio and learning their voice and
That's a
stuff
good
like
question.
that?
That's a good question. Well, when I first started, you know, I started off singing in church, and when I first started recording, I was whack. I was like, you know, why is it not sounding like how it sounds in my head? Why is it not sounding like the way I sing at church? You know, you really got to just learn how to record. Just because you can sing, just because you can rap or flow, you really got to learn the technique. You got to get in there and feel your vibe and learn that technique of recording, because it's a whole different angle when you recording versus you freestyling or you singing in church or whatever. So you really got to learn the technique, and you got to learn, you know, your voice and your sound when you recording, so you'll know which way to go, which way not to do and stuff. You know, you got to learn the mics and stuff like that. I know that might sound, you know, look crazy, but you really got to learn how to record. It's different from just doing it live or freestyling.
Okay, so now that's some good advice. If I mean all the new artists is watching this, because we record also, and we get a lot of artists in there, and we were like, well, you know, the producer tell them to do certain things and all that, and
Well, and the add on there, when I first started recording, you know, I know I had talent. I knew I can write. I know I can sing. But you know, they made me feel at first. Certain engineers made me feel at first, well, you know, that you know you got the talent, but recording is just not your thing. I'm not a person that gives up, so I just kept going. I said I'm gonna find my way, and I went and got my own stuff and started recording myself until I got better at it. So you know, don't give up at that just because you know somebody tells you you can't do it, or you know you might not just be doing it right, and they probably can't coach you on how to do it. So you have to really do your research and you know go elsewhere. Don't give up if you really truly believe that's your talent. Don't give up.
you're an independent label, right? Independent artist, in other words.
Independent artist, independent label.
Okay,
We all
so
around.
give us some insight if an artist wanted to do that, and like, what would you tell them the first thing you need to do if you want to do an independent label and you want to stay independent artist?
Well, the first thing you need to do is learn what you're trying to get into. As I'm always going to say, learn and research, because people will tell you anything. Do your research on what you're doing. That's in anything. Just do your research, and once you come up with that, you need to copyright your name. You need to copyright your name and also your label or whatever you're trying to do. Just make sure it's copyrighted. Make sure it's done the right way, because you know people are guide you in the wrong direction.
Right, and that's good information, because we have a consulting class, man, and you would be surprised at what people that's in the industry don't know.
Yeah, because it's like everybody wants that star power. They want the fame, and and that's nothing wrong with that. But you really have to just learn of what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah. Because like they said in the conference that I went to, it is called the music business.
Right, because
That's
it is a
what you-
business,
yeah,
and
the
you
music
get up in
business.
there. You're not getting in there to make friends. You know,
Right.
friends will be good and stuff, but you still got to keep it professional and keep it business, because you know
Right.
a lot of people say they're your friends and stuff, but when it comes down to that bottom line and the money, it's
Okay.
you know you
Yeah.
make a lot of enemies like that.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's talk about your new project coming out, man. What you got to tell us about that?
It's my 6th album. It's called Golden Days. I've been working on this album maybe like from the time I released my last album, was 2 years ago. So this album been in the making for like 2 years, and you know it's just basically talking about, you know, I hit 30 maybe a year and a half ago, and it's just basically feeling like just when you wake up in the morning, you don't owe nobody nothing. It's just I'm living. That's
Right.
basically what this album is talking about. But on the other side, it's talking about being in love, wanting to be in love, and sometimes when you're in love and things that don't work, you know, I'm just speaking more about it and stuff, because a lot of artists don't really speak about that. You know, I'm not knocking what nobody else do, but they mainly speak about going to the club and how many women they got. I'm a little different. I'm talking about being in love, and I'm also talking about wanting to be in love.
Okay.
And then on the other side, I'm talking about I had my heart broke a couple times. So that's basically what this album is talking about. So it's just basically talking about just living life and getting through those moments.
Okay. So how many songs is on this project?
It's 10.
10 songs. So they all ballads or they love songs? Or they, some are
We have some up tempos, we have some mid ballads, and we have some in between songs.
Okay. So if somebody wanted to go and purchase the project, is it
It's on all digital. It's on all
digital.
digital outlets online. You can go on Google Play, Amazon, iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever is your choice. My album is there. It's Golden Days.
Golden Days? Y'all heard that? And
Check out some of my other albums too. I have 6 albums also. Check out the other ones too.
6 albums. Which one would be your favorite?
I'm not just saying that because this is my new album, but this one because it's more growth. But also my sensitive album.
Okay. I need to go check some of this music
Yeah.
out. Yeah, because I know I DJ, so I need some
Yeah.
new music to play. and
Yeah,
let
so
people check it
it's a
out.
couple good songs in there.
Yeah.
You might not like every song, but I guarantee you're gonna like
Okay.
at least 2 or 3 songs off each album.
So your recording process, back and I really do interviews to try to interject stuff to new artists and new people. Your recording process, give them a little insight on how do you prepare to record or how do you prepare your song?
Well, usually when I first started recording, I would just get in the studio and just do the song over and over and over and over and over again until I feel like I like it. But now with the last record that I just did, I get the track first and I just sit there and go over the track and arrange the song maybe like 4 to 5 times before I actually get in the studio. And then when I get in the studio to record that particular song, I still got to do it 4 or 5 times to kind of get it like perfection.
Okay. Now this is my I call it my personal question for most artists. If you wanted your followers, your fans, or something to know something about you that nobody else knows that you haven't told anybody, what would that be? It could be professional. It could be somebody you want to work with, or it's just a little insight on what you're about.
Well, I'm just about making music, working, and really trying to build my fan base. I'm trying to focus on my career. I'm trying to put my hand in all different areas. Not just, you might see me on Broadway one day. You might see me in a play. You might see me in a movie. I'm really just trying to stay focused, and I like to give back when I can, when I'm able to. I like to give back and help other artists and help other people who in need and stuff like that. And I'm real sensitive, just to people. I'm real, like, easy going with people.
Right.
So really can't nobody really just say that, oh, I don't like him. I don't, because I get along with everybody. I'm a people person.
Right. So you was telling us earlier you write scripts also?
Yes, I started writing a movie. Actually, it was a book.
Uh-huh.
And the guy that did one of my videos he did a lot of my videos off my sensitive album was like, we need to turn that into a movie. And we started on it, and then I discovered that it wasn't finished. So I'm still writing. I'm still writing it, and it should be coming together soon.
Okay. And you're from BR, Baton Rouge.
I say Baton Rouge because a lot of people don't know where Eltho is. Eltho is a little outside of Zachary, but it's in the 225 Baton Rouge area. So I say Baton Rouge because a lot of people don't know where that is.
So you're originally from Ethel.
Eltho.
Okay. How's the music scene out there?
There is no music scene out there. It's just you got a lot of talented people there, but it's a small town.
So it's better. You do a lot of your stuff in Baton Rouge.
All my stuff is usually in Baton Rouge, and I expanded to Mississippi, and now I'm starting to expand even further now, like in the Texas area.
Okay, so you do a lot of traveling there.
Yeah, you got to. You got to as an artist. You got to travel. You can't really put all your eggs in one area. It's good to build up that one area, but you need to, if you want to, even if you got to take time to expand, like if it takes a while to expand, it's best to try to expand when you can, because you can't just stay in one area.
So how would you tell an artist to just go out there to Houston or go to Texas and
No, you really need to build network and build with other artists on social media and find out about other events on social media, because it's so much. You'll be amazed at how much you can find out about music events and stuff like that just by on social media. It's good. It's very important as an artist to have social media. And it's good to have followers, but it's good to have social media so you can find out about music events and things that's going on so you can help further your career.
So music festivals that artists can get in, or music festivals that they can pay to get in. I mean, how do you feel about that situation?
I mean, it's just really, in my opinion, I have paid for certain events to do, but it's great exposure. Some of them was great, some of them is not, but it's always good to like, especially if it's a if it's a music festival with a lot of clientele and a lot of people there and stuff like that. That's good exposure. But you always want to take like your business cards, you want to take your CDs, you want to take all that stuff out. That helps give you more exposure.
Okay.
So it's good to do anything for good exposure.
Yeah, so artists, you hear that. This is some good information for new artists that really trying to get out there. Go out there with product, with promotional stuff, with your gear. Just go get it.
Because you want to sell yourself. You want to sell yourself to these people. You want these people to like you. You always want to make them feel like, you want to make them feel good. People want to feel good. You want them to be like, I like that artist. That's a good artist. You just don't want to go out there, this is my music, this and that. You want to go out there, how you doing, and this and that. You want to make people feel good. People want to feel good these days.
So did you, when you go out to these places, some of the stuff it's gonna be heartbreaking on some of the stuff, but
Yeah.
and that can put a like, man, do I really want to do this? Or
Sometimes it is, but it's like you have to you gotta keep it moving. You gotta even like when I'm on stage singing this song about how I got my heart broken and I don't want to be in love again or whatever, I got to come behind it in some way and come with something positive. Come with a love song. Like I got a couple love songs, I like to do and stuff like that. You can't keep it in that negative spot. It's good to talk about the negative because it's healing. Right. But you gotta like branch off and you gotta talk about the good things too. People want to feel good, like I said. They want to feel good. Now it's okay to take them back to their hurt, but they want to feel good as well.
Okay. I think we got enough information from Mr. Xavie.
Yes.
But tell them once again, how to go get your music and how to find you.
Okay, well, first you can follow me on Instagram. I am The Real Xavie Shorts. That's my name on Instagram. The Real Xavie, Xavie Shorts. The Real Xavie Shorts. On Facebook, it's just Xavie Shorts, Xavie Shorts. And my music is on everywhere. It's on YouTube. It's on Amazon Music. It's on Spotify. Just type in Xavie Shorts, Xavie Shorts, Shorts, and you got me.
Well, man, this has been a good interview.
Thanks for having me. Thanks
good
for having
to have you on there. This is Louisiana Unleashed. This information that he gave you, artists, please take note of what he told you, and you will reach success. Now, we're not saying getting gold records and millions of dollars, but you will be performing in spots and you will be making money for your art and your craft. So this is Roger Cook, a.k.a. DJ Cook 'em Up. Peace.
T-Killer, Xavie on the track.
Ooh, ooh. Why you wasting my time? Why you playing games with my mind? My good love is hard to find. You better stop wasting my time. Why you playing childish games? Wait a minute, ain't no need to explain. Cause I stay up on game. I guess some things never change.